There, what if I told you that your morning coffee, a sprinkle of some herbs on a salad, maybe, or even some dark chocolate can naturally boost your serotonin and dopamine levels, right? Helping you think smarter and sharper and feel calmer and protect your brain as you age. Well, I want to share with you today how to use polyphenols, plant medicine, in order to protect your brain and feel your best and keep your focus throughout your lifespan as well as address mood swings and brain fog. Polyphenols are absolutely an amazing part of supporting your brain with natural medicine. So let's talk about polyphenols. I'm Michelle, a clinical herbalist, a functional nutrition practitioner, and I help my clients with supporting their mood and energy with herbs and natural medicine, as well as teaching other holistic practitioners how to get better results with their clients using botanical medicine. So today, I'm diving into how these plant-based compounds, polyphenols, protect the brain and lift your mood and support cognitive functions like memory and focus. So let's talk about that. Why are these problems so common today? Why do so many people deal with memory problems and depression and anxiety and brain fog? Well, brain inflammation is a big part of these types of patterns that are showing up. And things like chronic stress, poor sleep, processed foods, environmental toxins, all of these can trigger inflammation in the brain, weakening that blood-brain barrier and can even allow substances to enter the brain, which then can disrupt our normal brain processes, even our ability to make neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, those feel good chemicals in the brain that are responsible for happiness, motivation, and focus. And over time, inflammation can damage areas of the brain that impact energy and focus and memory and can lead to neurodegeneration. So, not a good thing, but this is where our polyphenols come in. There is a lot of research on polyphenols and how they impact the brain. In fact, I was just reading an article. This one was a scientific study published in the Journal of Nutritional Neuroscience. And polyphenol research has been shown to reduce brain inflammation, protect that blood brain barrier, boost dopamine and serotonin, and improve cognitive function. So I want to share with you three powerful polyphenols for brain health and how you can use them in your daily life. I also want to give you a plan, so stick around to the end because I'm going to give you a daily plan for how to get polyphenols into your diet and into your day in really simple, fun, and easy and delicious ways. So let's dive into three polyphenols that are really important for protecting the brain. Now, this first one you are probably familiar with. If you know much about herbal medicine, you'll hear about it a lot because it is one of the most researched herbal products or herbal constituents on the market today, and that is curcumin, right? The active compound in turmeric. And again, one of the most well-researched herbal substances, and it's been shown to help reduce inflammation in the gut and in the brain. And I think that's a really important aspect of inflammation to mention because often gut inflammation and brain inflammation are intimately connected. We know that there is the gut brain axis happening in the body where the gut and the brain talk to one another. And if that gut is inflamed from the diet or gut pathogens or toxins, it is absolutely going to impact the brain. And for someone who's experiencing leaky gut, they are likely going to start seeing signs of leaky brain showing up as well, right? That damage to that brain barrier, that blood-brain barrier that impacts our mood and energy and focus. Curcumin's actually been shown to increase serotonin and dopamine naturally, and again, support memory and neuroplasticity, right? Which is that ability of the brain to grow, to form new connections, to adapt, which is so important as we age. If our brain loses that neuroplasticity, That's where we start to see those signs of neurodegeneration. So, how can we use curcumin effectively to support and protect the brain? Well, as an herbalist, I like to use curcumin in whole herb form, right? In other words, I like to use turmeric as the whole herb and not just curcumin as an isolated constituent. And this is why. Number one, curcumin is not the only polyphenol in turmeric. There are other curcuminoids actually that are found in turmeric, and research has shown that these curcuminoids actually work synergistically and they enhance the effectiveness of curcumin over taking it by itself as an isolated component of turmeric. So, as an herbalist in general, I like to use herbs in the whole herb form because there is so much synergy in the different constituents of an herb. And it's not just one isolated constituent like curcumin that is impactful or effective. I also think that taking turmeric as a food is a really great way to use turmeric. Now, we can of course take supplements, and a curcumin supplement is fine as long as we are thinking about absorption, and that's why you'll often see like liposomal forms of curcumin on the market. So, taking turmeric. Or if you are taking a curcumin supplement, taking it with a little bit of fat or using a liposomal form of curcumin, these are all great ideas. There are some herbs as well that help with the effectiveness of curcumin and turmeric, and that includes black pepper, but also ginger, right? There are polyphenols in ginger, and turmeric and ginger are often used in traditional cooking, right? Where turmeric and ginger typically are used in the traditional cooking of these herbal traditions. You'll see them paired together. So I like to use them together. I like to use the whole herb form. We get a lot of herbal synergy when we do that. And again, I'm going to show you before we wrap up how to create your own polyphenol daily plan to get these wonderful polyphenols in your diet all day long. But before we get to that, there's another polyphenol. Now, this one you've probably heard of. It doesn't have quite the press that I think turmeric or curcumin does, but this one is pretty popular. I like to think of it as the brain protector, and this one is resveratrol. Now, resveratrol is a polyphenol found in berries, red grapes, red wine. This is one of the reasons why red wine gets a lot of attention as, having health benefits. And yet, before you grab the wine bottle, there's a little bit of a catch here. You would have to drink a lot of wine to get a therapeutic dose of resveratrol. And same with eating a lot of berries and grapes. And we know that a lot of sugar or alcohol, there's some side effects there that may be unwanted. So actually, this is one polyphenol that I do like to use as a supplement, as isolated constituent, because it's really hard to get, again, those therapeutic doses just from the diet. But we do know this about resveratrol. It helps with protecting neurons from oxidative stress, which is going to cause that inflammation that we're wanting to address. And that's going to contribute to memory loss and cognitive decline. Resveratrol has been shown to improve blood flow to the brain. This is really important. If we don't have good, adequate blood flow to the brain, we are not getting oxygen, nutrients, energy to the brain to do its job. And that's going to show up as brain fatigue, mental fog, forgetfulness, right? We're going to see an impact on our neurotransmitters. And that's one reason why we can see that resveratrol in research, it helps with enhancing dopamine production. So that's going to support motivation and mental and mood stability. How to use resveratrol. Again, this is one that I like to use as a supplement for higher bioavailability, but certainly eating foods like blueberries, grapes, even dark chocolate can give a natural boost. So definitely polyphenols for the brain health as well as the skin. Its anti-aging benefits. It's really a fascinating, wonderful polyphenol to bring into your day. Okay, one more polyphenol I want to share with you. This one you may not have heard of, or unless you're an herbalist, you may not know the name of this one, but you probably know a lot of the herbs that contain rosmarinic acid, right? This one is what I call the herbal brain booster because it's a powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory, like all of our polyphenols are. And it's one of the best mood supporting herbs, or found in some of the best mood supporting herbs, I should say. So you hear in there rosmarinic, you might be able to guess. Rosemary is one of our good sources of this particular polyphenol. And rosemary has a reputation for enhancing memory and focus, and dating back through the centuries, right? We know as rosemary as an herb for memory. And science really approves this out. In fact, even just smelling rosemary can enhance energy and mental recall. So one of our best herbs for supporting the brain is rosemary, but other herbs like sage, and again, sage has been known for centuries as the herb of wisdom. So it supports cognitive function as well because of its rosmarinic acid content and some of its other polyphenols and other herbal constituents. But some of our more maybe common herbs as well, like peppermint or lemon balm is another one. These make great teas as well, or we can use these as foods. Another herb that I love to use a lot in my clinical practice because of its impact on mood and energy is holy basil or tulsi. This is an herb that is very calming. It has an impact on regulating our HPA axis response to stress as an adaptogen. And I find it brings in a lot of clarity and mental focus without being overstimulating. So I really love to use this for a lot of my clients who are struggling with brain fog and fatigue and maybe feeling a little down and depressed or anxious. It's a really lovely mood booster and wonderful for the brain. Again, these are a lot of the herbs we use in cooking and in teas. So those are simple ways to bring them in, as well, of course, as herbal tinctures and supplements and some products on the market that you can find combinations of these different herbs to support and boost brain health. So I have a plan for you on how you can get more of these polyphenols into your day on a daily basis, morning, noon, and night, and even some snacks, right? But before I do that, I want to share with you the opportunity to join me for a free class, my Herbs for Mood class. There's a link below. You can sign up for that. It's completely free, and I will dive into even more herbal goodness with you on how to use herbs to support your energy, your mood, and enhance your life. So make sure you sign up for that. But before we wrap up, my takeaways here are how to create an herbal plan for getting these brain boosting polyphenols into your day. So here's a routine that you can use to support your mood and memory using polyphenols. In the morning, start your day with a peppermint tea or maybe a turmeric latte. Maybe you've heard of golden milk. If you haven't, you can just Google that and you'll find a recipe for golden milk, which is a drink that contains turmeric and ginger and other warming spices, usually added to a little coconut milk, or you can add a little ghee or butter in there to get a little healthy fat to help with absorption. And just sip that in the morning to help support your polyphenol plan. Lunch or dinner, add these herbs to food, right? Raspberry, sage, cook with these herbs, get to know them, and maybe have a little ginger and turmeric tea with your meals as well to help enhance digestion as well as cognitive function. Getting our polyphenols in with our snacks can be really easy. You can have 70% or higher dark chocolate, or eat your berries, right? A handful of blueberries with a little healthy fat, right? We want to enhance absorption. That's a great way to get in polyphenols throughout your day. And then finally, wind yourself down in the evening with a cup of holy basil tea or maybe a little lemon balm tea, and you'll be giving your brain a nice boost of polyphenols as you sleep. It's going to help reduce brain inflammation, support our ability to detox effectively through the process of autophagy, which is the cellular detox process that our cells go through to kind of clean themselves up and clean out. And this is a wonderful way to use polyphenols on a day-to-day basis. So try this polyphenol plan, get those polyphenols into your brain, and you'll be thinking smarter. You'll ditch that brain fog and you'll have more brain energy.